We Solomon Owusu, our spokesperson at the movement for change. Now, we fire back at former Chief Justice, Madam Sofia Akufo. Now, we can say Madam Sofia Akufo I allowed concerning tokono removal. Wababe can send bebre. Emma, Deputy Attorney General, the response here then, Eddie Abba. Now, enomo ena Solomon Owusu, kasa ena watcher say, Yamami Sofia Akufo, pese onu Solomon Owusu, respect no Emma Obuo as a former Chief Justice of the Republic of this country called Ghana, dia. And the assassina okokoto wa cantonments 7,000 Ghana cedis no. On some fast assassin command ura. Nipa no to assassin free in 7,000 on some command. Now, meeting news we know. I was asking myself, say, now rent to cry a same one crime. Now cantonments, an expensive area like cantonments, full of embassies. They are twice as 7,000 Ghana. Yenti Solomon Owusu.
Joshua, if I were the former Chief Justice of Akufo, I would have resigned as a Council of State member this morning.
Why?
She has lost every credibility she had before me. She has lost everything. You know, what she did yesterday was what we call solidarity. Yes, she knows the embattled Chief Justice in three fronts. First of all, she's a woman. She's also a woman. They all both attended Wesley Girls Secondary School. They both have occupied the Chief Justice position before. That was the only reason she did what she did yesterday.
Why? She didn't have basis for
what basis? You, on the matter of procurement alone, she single-handedly determined the prima facie case using the same Article 146. And we were in this country in 2017, somewhere July. She, through the judicial secretary, warned every Ghanaian that should you dare comment about what the committee were doing about Charlotte Oche's case, we all be in prison. This former Chief Justice told us that. What is so trivial about traveling with your husband and daughter when they are not supposed to be part of it and giving them per diem? You and I are tax revenue. Someone who is supposed to know. She does this and you say, oh, it's trivial. What are you talking about? I will call on the state security agencies to begin to go and investigate her time as the Chief Justice. Because it means she did worse. If she finds all these things are trivialities. It's a serious crime. If you are the Chief Justice, someone that can imprison someone, your bar is so high. What about the Francis Badin issue? In just question matter, that the Deputy Director of ICT, you accused him wrongly that he had tampered with evidence. You set up a committee. When the committee went into the matter, they realized that nothing of that sort had happened and recommended the reinstatement of the gentleman. While you flattered the recommendation from the committee, you sent this gentleman all the way to Tamale to be in charge of court processes, something that he has no clue. Go and ask for Suji Abo, that lawyer, and a lot of judges how she transferred them. Hey, things have happened. So you should allow us to live in peace.
Okay.
As for Sofia Akufo, I've said the baby boomers in this country are a problem. You know the baby boomers, those that were born in the 1940s. They had everything cheap. At the university, they were even fed. They said they would go on demonstration because they were having too much chicken. They had everything cheap, but they had destroyed. If the former Chief Justice of Akufo wants me to take her serious and to see her as an honest person, she must return the land that she bought for 7,000 at cantonments. As a value, I'm scandalized. Who will buy land at 7,000 and still claim that she's honest? No, they should leave the youth, those of us that they have destroyed our lives, to be living sheepishly, to go away in peace.
Okay.
Hey, asemwe die emwedru. Na I am asking say Greater Accra. I am not talking about Accra city itself. Let's talk about small towns in Accra like Dodowa, Ningo, Pram Pram, areas like Ayikuma, small. You find say places like Oyibi, what I say, places like Amanya, places like Temai, Abukobi, Pantine. I'm not talking about Accra city center. Yenka outside. Cantonments in the Okrum. And him fan, and Obeko akwanya asasi even 10,000 Ghana cedis. Let's be honest too. And him fan a greater Accra. And Kura Mabu Bosui. Let's put Accra aside. The small towns around Greater Accra. Name Mr. say, Sa baby, with him fan obekwa kwanya asasi a piece of land. 7,000 Ghana cedis. Am carried to sika 70 million. Na rent kura won kran yesen. Rent. E obi tua over 10,000 in a year over rent nkwa. And omo think kran ya omo renti apartment ni ade no. Omo nim ne make ho asem. Rent kura yesen. Rent alone. Rent alone. No. I'm not talking about Accra and Tema. Omu ye big cities in Greater Accra. Let's talk about the small towns. Tema, Abokobi, Dodowa, Amaya, Chirewo, those places. Ayukumanu. Sa areas no kura rent what is saying. Na Accra itself. Talk less of places like Airport Hills. It's Legon. Cantonments, when you're rich man na, when niska won't meet na cantonments. A Sikafo area. Na kwa brania timasha nyamia nimini bwansama tiko ato asasi 7,000 Ghana. No. Menjindi. Madam Sofia Akufo should come out and say, sa statement Abrante Solomon Owusu kan eyentro ansana ya jadi. Meba 7k cedis to dollars say I want to exchange something. Google for so majimiana. Google for so majimiana. Me search ade na mo bisa me say me robot ana me nipa. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Me search ade na mo bisa me say me robot ana me nipa. What kind of life is that? Now robot or use phone now. Imagine buying a piece of land in Accra for 7,000 cedis. Are cantonments. Na cantonments who cross 7,000 cedis ubenya single room mpo cantonments for 1 year. Let's be honest. Rent mpo cantonments the say na asase wo cantonments rent keke. Okay? 7,000 cedis to dollar. $666. Tiamba is $600. $600. Let's take it down with $600. Pasasuo Accra cantonments. $600. 7,000 Ghana. And if Madam Sofia Akufo thinks say asemna Solomon Owusu akane yentura. Ombra Bontimbe deny and she can sue Solomon Owusu too. Now you have say asemna Solomon Owusu can ye no clear and as Solomon Owusu is lying because I think say so Solomon Owusu need evidence on me kasa asemno. And say Madam Sofia Akufo per se you respecting as a woman as part of Council of State, you respecting as a former Chief Justice of this country called Ghana. Ombra Bontimbe kase asemna Solomon Owusu kafana on live on TV so then on kase entro 7,000 cedis. Now you see the reasoning here in this statement. Now Justice Remsai was telling Madam Sofia Akufo say, on what the reasoning here Sofia Akufo defended Tokuru in this case because say now with the office won yen Tokuru yen biya. Why should you have problem with this? A former Chief Justice coming out to say, Ani enyeshi yenja maninka. And as Serem says, you catch it, making such reckless statement, which they say, Sasem Nusuno. Chese na unsu ti aban mu as chief justice na unsu ye bi tokuno ye na unsu ye bi because we nya bia where on earth no be a committee such a crime the state resources ed ne ba ne kunu de tu kwan na ya yin for that no sinka enja manenka meaning unsu na ye bi and now Crawford starting revealing say me say obi an ne kuru ma ne honti nobody is sent in this country. Na say Madam Sofia Akufo timi to asase 7,000 Ghana wo e wo cantonments a and your mind way any future. Solomon Owusu na eka and say Solomon Owusu boa menso me boa. Yeah. Say Solomon Owusu boa menso me boa. Was Sofia Akufo eto asase 7,000 Ghana wo cantonments nowhere in Accra wo cantonments. Cantonments. And the power one crying inside. And yet dine a yebe bubu atwa go him fa pa no benya genuine land at all. The outskirts of Accra Prasa so what you saying? Non-crime center 70 million for a piece of land. Now me kurasi asasi ye saying. Me baby a me free me village kura 7,000 Ghana wunya asasi wo me makurasi. Mimi village. Ma mushebe one way or the other you may come from certain villages and as a mark of village be that. En krasi na makona him fan e wa Ghana ha no kra 7,000 Ghana obenya asase ato 70 million him fan. Where on net en okra $600 wa Ghana 7,000 Ghana utiminya asase to. Yes, Sofia Akufo the 7,000 Ghana, 70 million na pass as our cantonments. Yeah, chance obey ya no. In my view or comment section.